Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment. So, on this Fujica Single-8 Sound ZXM 500, what I'm working with is I want to make this camera my own, and by that I want to remove this sound part. Here's the volume dial and this section up here, okay? And it means I'll have to reconstruct some things. Okay, so with that being in mind, first thing I got to do is remove these screws here on the volume dial. Got two mini Phillips. I'm going to start with that. Just essentially not needed. I use cameras to make films with, and to me, if something needs to be just updated, then I'll do it to a point, as long as it remains analog. And I want to test how far I can get with this without having any of the sound stuff on. Alright, so I've got the white wire down here and the green up here. Just flip it over and see what could be under it. There we have it. So I have a blue wire here. Okay. Blue wire coming from up there and going on here. So I just need to remove that. Soldering iron. Come on, you. Stop being so difficult. Okay. There's the top of it. I'm at the bottom, rather. Okay. Now, let's get a close-up on this. And get the green and the white removed. There goes the white. And there goes the green. All right. Here's the part. Top and bottom. Okay, next for this motor, which seems to be for the sound operation. I've got a blue wire connected here, a red wire here, white here, and it looks like a brown right here. So hopefully all this will work out. I don't need it, hopefully. The camera doesn't need it. And it can also make the camera a bit lighter. So we'll see how this goes. And yes, I have heard of solder wick, but something like this is really not needed. You were playing hard to get. There's a brown. Go for this red. And then the blue. I'll try this out. Okay, there's that motor. Okay, so I've got this part right here loosened right there, so I can actually pick it up and take a peek up under it and see what's up under there. All right, and here's what's up under there. Okay, now as far as the capacitors and stuff like that, I'll make a decision as far as that goes. You know, as far as this goes in the mic section, I can just put stoppers on that so the rain and elements, sand won't get inside of there, is what I can do. Okay, here this is just a test of some things of what could be accomplished, all right, with this. But at the same time, you see what is under inside the parts of your camera. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, who knows, I might just leave it as is, but I'm going to definitely probably just put stoppers on there. It's going to give me a good idea of what to accomplish. The real problem with the Fujica Single-8 Sound ZXM 500 is in its grip. And it details after years. And the grip has the, of course, where I've cleaned it out here, that foam that breaks down, and then you have a bit of exposed wire that can short out from the capacitors, or at least one, onto the die cast right here. That's the problem. In addition, another issue is that I have found is in the battery compartment. Even with the working camera, what happens after a while is it will start to corrode inside here. This one's clean. All right. This one's pretty clean. I had to clean this out right here, as you can see, some rust right there. All right. But then again, I have another good working one right here. All right. And then the grip right there, it just started to corrode. I just happened to put batteries in it one day. Hey, I'm going to film a little bit with this thing. All right. I had to end up cleaning it out in order to do so. Let's see if I can get a good shot on that. Maybe I got to move this camera out of the way, right? So, if I can get that good in there. There you are. Right there. All right, and I had to clean that out. And maybe you can see some areas of corrosion, just a touch. All right. And it's very possible that it's from the capacitors or just years of age. And that's becoming an electronic issue in around, and that's a problem. So there we have it. The Fujica Single-8 Sound ZXM 500. When you get one, thing to do is send it off to a technician and have those capacitors changed in the handle. That would probably be a best must right there. Capacitors on the other sides, that's optional. But it's always good to replace these things, so this camera is really old. All right. Other than that, it's a good camera. Again, you're going to have rust and that section in there, where the sound part is, down in here. You're always going to have that, the disintegration of the pinch roller you got to deal with. But For the price, you know, you've got a inexpensive way to get into, you know, Single-8 experimental low budget filmmaking. And it's a pretty good camera. You know, you always got to enjoy the manual, you know, exposure right here. You gotta love it. And remember, everyone, for more videos like this, do subscribe. Until next time, later.